Hello, and welcome to another Father of the Day interview as we celebrate fathers this month of June. I'm your host, George, and I'm with Fathers Uplift. And with me today, I have Jonathan Jones. We're excited to have you today, Jonathan, and to
Hey,
hear a little
thank you
bit more.
guys.
Yeah, yes, and we want to hear a little bit more about your unique fatherhood experience. So, can we start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Jonathan Jones. I am the husband of one wife, Brianna Palmer Jones, and my fatherhood journey has definitely been an interesting one. About 3 years ago, me and my wife we got married, and she already had two kids prior to me. We got married March 9th, and that is the day I also became a bonus dad. Started my fatherhood journey pretty early. But by the end of that year, one of my bonus daughters, her father passed away.
Oh, wow.
So we kind of went through a grieving process, and helped her through that. And so he passed away in December. January, me and my wife found out that we were pregnant with twins. Um, so
Wow.
so we kind of went from grieving to
Yes.
excitement, and but through that pregnancy process, we found out that both of them had heart conditions,
Wow.
and uh, they were both born September 4th, and from September 4th to about April 20th of 2001, we were in the hospital with them. They had heart surgeries. They had multiple like infections and issues that required us to pretty much live in the hospital from September 4th of 2020 to April 20th of 2021. And then we and pretty much all of that happened during the beginning of the pandemic. Trying to dodge COVID and everything like that. And then we finally got them home, and they were stable. And then in 2021, August of 2021, my other bonus daughter, her father passed away. Yeah, my fatherhood journey has definitely
Wow.
been an interesting one.
Wow, wow. That is a powerful journey.
Yeah.
Wow. And I commend you for sticking through that because I have a soft heart for people with heart problems because I have a heart problem. I just got a heart transplant last October.
Oh wow!
So
Congratulations.
thank you. I had been on the waiting list for 6 years. So when it comes
Wow.
to when it comes to having heart issues, that really connects with me because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's not easy having like
It's
surgery upon
definitely,
surgery.
yeah, definitely
Uh,
not easy to. I haven't had a heart condition, but experiencing it through my newborn twins and both of them having to have heart surgeries, and you don't
yes.
know, how things are going to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely understand. So
Yeah.
congratulations to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we move on, I also want to just shed a little light on the fact that you said you started your fatherhood journey with not with your own born kids, but with kids from your wife's previous relationships. Um, there's a lot of dads out there that are in a situation like that or thinking about marrying somebody or being with somebody that already has kids. How can you tell them by your experience on how to enter that type of relationship and how to go about it?
I would definitely say that if you are thinking about doing something like that, you first, I would say, absolutely need to pray. Because just like if you're dating somebody, and how you treat them can either have a negative or positive impact on your significant other, it's the same thing with the kids. And so I think that you should definitely be prayerful, but also be honest with yourself, to know. inwardly, okay, do I have the emotional bandwidth to not only, love a woman, but also her kids? Because kids, obviously, their emotions fluctuate. I'm both of my bonus daughters, they're now teenagers. So, one day they're up, one day they're down, one day they're happy, one day like emotions fluctuate. And so you have to make sure that you have the emotional bandwidth. But then I also would say you need to do research, read books, listen to podcasts, talk to people that may have gone through that so they can give you some advice. Because my thought process is, when I married their mom, I married them too. And
Mm,
so
yes,
I'm just like I made vows to their mom, I made vows to them as well. And so,
absolutely.
being an example for them is so important. So I would say for anybody that is thinking about doing that, that may be in a situation where you're dating somebody and they have, kids already, be honest with yourself and be honest with your significant other. But also do research to know, okay, do I have the emotional, mental bandwidth to handle and take on that responsibility? Because once you commit to that, um, you're not just in it with the significant other, you're also in it with the kids as well.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. So I know you talked about your kids. So how many kids do you have total?
Okay, so total I have four kids. I have Mariah, she's the
Uh-huh.
oldest, she is
Okay,
14.
okay.
Madison, that is the second oldest, she's 13. And then I have the twins, Ava and Avery, they are 1 year old.
Oh wow. And can you just tell us a little bit about each kid and do their personalities differ?
Oh, absolutely. So
Yeah.
Mariah, she is the artist. Like,
Mhm.
and not just because she's my bonus daughter, but she really has a skill for like drawing and painting and sculpture. She's amazing with it. She's very the free spirited one, the one that likes to, kind of go with the flow and things of that sort. She's very eclectic,
Mm,
enjoys all different type of music. So that's Mariah. Madison is more so the structure, the one that you would leave your kids with, the one that would want to help cook dinner, the one that would help with things around the house and stuff like that. So that would
mm,
be Madison, and then the that's Madison right there. And then the twins, Ava. So Ava, she's energetic, bubbly, outgoing.
mhm.
She's just starting to crawl, so she's moving and going everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, she likes to talk and babble, so that's Ava. And then Avery's the more calm, reserved, quiet, shy one. And so that's the four.
Oh, nice. That's amazing, and
Yeah.
it's nice how you know how to parent each one of them. So I know you touched on this a little bit. What is the most challenging part of fatherhood?
I think the most challenging part um, of fatherhood to date right now is understanding that who they are now is not who they always will be.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
because I think sometimes, as you have teenagers, sometimes they'll do things and you'll get frustrated or whatever, but not realizing that, like, what they're doing now, who they are now is not who they'll always be. And just like everybody in the world, they're developing, they're growing. And so giving them grace to grow and to evolve and to learn, and just be with them on that journey as they learn themselves, the world around them, their interests, their likes, things of that sort. um, and not take their discovery journey personal when it may affect you in a negative way. And I
Mhm.
think that's also just being like a bonus parent and just a parent in general.
Yep.
Realizing, like, hey, like, they're figuring it out just like I'm figuring out. And
Right.
sometimes parents get it wrong, just like sometimes kids get it wrong.
Right, right.
And so not taking it personal, but using those moments to teach, hey, okay, we don't do this. Hey, this was great. Like, you want to do this. Um, so I would say that would be where I'm at, or that would be the biggest struggle right now as a parent.
Mhm.
Just not taking it personal, but realizing that they're discovering that, and they're on a journey just like I am as a parent.
Wow, wow. And okay, thank you for sharing that. And as dads, we don't always get enough help and services just made for us. Um, what would you tell society about that?
I would definitely say, and I guess in a way this is kind of kicking myself in the rear end, but I would say there are dads out here that they go through experiences,
Mhm.
and we just go through it, but we don't document it. We don't take the time to kind of share our story.
Mhm.
Um, and sometimes just sharing your story is what other guys need, because as men, you know, we don't really like to. Well, I won't say all men, but there are some men that don't really necessarily like to share their feelings or share, their experiences, or what they're going through. But if there are men that do share, that will help the men that may not want to share. So I would just encourage the men that you've gone through certain situations, as a father. I would say, share that, package that, in a way that it would educate other fathers, or educate those that are going to be fathers, because maybe your information may not be for
Absolutely.
fathers now, but it be for somebody who's going to be a father in the future, and that it will help them avoid potholes that you had to go through. So I would definitely say that, but also there's books, there's podcasts, there's
Yes.
YouTube channels. There's different things out there, obviously, that you can, reach for. And also, I would say just the simple thing: try to find a community of fathers that are in your area, and or if you have a friend that's a father as well, you guys, maybe take some time out and talk. But I would say, there are things out here, but definitely take the time to, if you have a story that you think would be beneficial to other fathers, share that, so that all of us as fathers, that we can be better, so that we can, create a better world for the future.
Definitely, definitely. And a lot of dads are gonna hear your story and they're gonna resonate. Some are gonna think about it. They might use it later, and this is perfect. So, what advice would you give a new dad about fatherhood? Or what do you wish someone would have told you?
um Advice that I would give to somebody that is a new father, um I would say, first and foremost, definitely pray every day. If you are somebody of faith, pray every day. Have that time for yourself to be able to, draw away from the responsibilities of being a father, so that you can clear your head, because sometimes the task of being a father can be overwhelming. The responsibility of raising, providing, can be overwhelming. And so take that time to kind of pull back. But for anybody, maybe you aren't a person of faith, I would say make sure you have a community around you, that has the ability to keep you encouraged. Because sometimes, um, you may not feel like you have all the tools. And what I'm learning is every father's story is different.
Yeah,
Obviously, mine is one thing, yours is totally different. So
yeah,
I would say have a community of fathers around you, um, that can help you, that can encourage you, that can hold you accountable. Um, Fathers that you can share, hey, I want to do this for my kid. Hey, I want to, at this place, I want to do that. They can hold you accountable. Or if they see that you're kind of going through, hey, bro, what's going on? So that as a father, you don't burn out, um, and you don't have the best for your children, because at the end of the day, all we want as fathers to be at our best for our kids. So whatever they may need financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, um, we have that, and we can't give them the best if we're not at our best. So I would say have a
Absolutely.
community around you. I would say also I would say continue to cause yourself to discover yourself, because once you become a father, um, you don't stop growing. If
Hmm.
anything, you grow more.
Right.
And what I've learned is that kids will bring out, and not intentionally, but just their presence. Kids will bring out insecurities that you didn't know you have. Kids will bring out
Yes.
stuff that you struggle with as a kid, and we don't want to pass that thing on to them. So I would
Right.
say continue to discover yourself, continue to take time to do inner growth, inner healing, inner development. So, like I said, you can be at your best, so that you can cause your kid to do more and do greater than you were able to do.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Jonathan. And for the outro, I have some rapid fire questions that I'm gonna say a word and tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
The first word is kids.
Blessing.
Partner.
Help.
Fatherhood.
Honor.
Love.
Necessary.
Dad.
Essential.
Sleep.
I know you said one word, but not enough of.
I get that all the time. Some of them be like, "What sleep?"
Right.
Gift.
You said what was the word?
Gift.
Gifts. Precious.
Greatness.
Goal.
Self care.
Self care. I would probably say I have to double up on the word. I'll say essential.
Essential. Nice. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to meet with me today. And Father's Uplift and I really appreciate everything you do as a father and all the positive words you've been blessed us with.